What's up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. This is Be Well with Dr. D. Thank you so much for joining me here today. If you have not already, please do not forget to click the subscribe button. Please don't forget to like this video, to share this video with someone else. It really helps this channel. Again, if you don't know me yet, my name is Donna. Hello, thank you for being here. I have my doctorate in physical therapy. I have my master's in theology, and then I have my bachelor's in health sciences. So as you can tell, these videos on this channel has been all about health and wellness and all things well-being. So spiritual health, mental health, physical health, occupational health, all the things. Let me know actually if you guys are interested in seeing, I'm thinking of doing some lifestyle wellness videos coming up. So let me know if you're interested in that. If you guys have any topic recommendations or if you like these wellness, health and wellness videos. I know I did some for back pain and now we're doing stuff for mental health. We did some things on spiritual health. So we're kind of covering a whole range of things, but let me know if there's anything that you guys like more than the other, what you guys want to see more of, and I'm happy to adjust. Hopefully good and constructive feedback though. But anyway, all feedback is welcome. So anyway, rewind, welcome back. This video is gonna be on mental flexibility. And obviously mental health is a part of health and wellness. And also, of course, I know I'm not an expert in this topic. So these are just general ideas and tips and tricks to help be more mindful. So that's what we're gonna be talking about. And it's funny because whether you know what mental flexibility is or not, I personally never knew about it growing up. I never really heard about it. We never really discussed it. But it's funny, if you are from the pediatric therapy world, which I was working in pediatric physical therapy, but the whole pediatric therapy world, my OTs, shout out to my OTs who are all about mental flexibility, especially for the kids. They're all about being flexible, all about transitioning well, all about decreasing rigidity. So shout out to my OTs. And it's funny because I would actually talk to them about this because when we were working on mental flexibility with the kiddos, with the kids, I would always tell them, like, I actually need to work on this myself. So we'll talk about what mental flexibility is, how to achieve it, how to work on it, and why it's so good for you. There are actually many benefits to mental flexibility. Being mentally flexible can decrease your stress, your anxiety, depression, and other mental health concerns. It can boost your confidence and self-esteem and even improve your relationships. It also actually helps you respond better to setbacks and challenges. And mental flexibility is a great tool in managing, handling stress, and just improving overall well-being. So what is mental flexibility? Being mentally flexible means that you're present. You're not stuck in the past, you're not thinking about the future, but you're present here and now. You're also open. You're open to new ideas, new experiences, new perspectives on things. You're accepting. You're accepting of your emotions. You're not suppressing your emotions or feelings. You're not avoiding them, but you're actually acknowledging them, and you're processing and working through them. And also, being mentally flexible means dealing with setbacks. So when you deal with setbacks, you stay positive and you take another course of action. All this sounds great and all, but how do we do it? How do we achieve mental flexibility? So here are 10 tips to remember and to try to implement in order to be more mentally flexible. And again, I know it's easier said than done. This takes practice. This takes a while. It takes repetition over and over again to really get to it and to really master it. So the first thing is practicing mindfulness. By practicing mindfulness, again, you're present in the here and now. You're more aware of your emotions, your senses, your thoughts, your perceptions of the environment. You take a step back and you just take a deep breath and you look around, analyze what you're feeling and what you're thinking. This can be done through meditation, through prayer, through deep breathing exercises. And I don't know if you guys remember, but this was actually one of the techniques for decreasing stress as well, if you haven't seen the stress video. Number 2, increase awareness of your thoughts. So in order to fix a problem, you have to know that there's a problem, right? So this is another starting point. So this is where you begin. This is where you begin analyzing your thoughts, figuring out what you're thinking and how you're thinking in order to be able to fix your thinking patterns. Then number 3, you deal with setbacks through mindfulness and changing your thoughts. So setbacks will come, they will happen, but what we described with mindfulness technique number 1, and then knowing what your thoughts are, this will help you start to make those mental shifts. If something comes up or you drop your grocery, something comes up that was unexpected or out of the ordinary, you don't think of it as, oh, that was so annoying, that was such an inconvenience. You change the way that your mind thought about it and you shift your thinking into saying and thinking, it's okay, we'll handle it. That could have been a blessing in disguise and we'll get through it. Another tip, which was actually another part of the decreasing stress video, is to practice gratitude. When you're thankful for each circumstance, it's really hard to get caught up in stress. Practicing gratitude will help you get out of that tunnel vision and help you just be thankful for your body, for your mind, for your hands, for your feet. It just starts to shift your focus out of that tunnel vision. And whether you use your faith to help you practice gratitude or you just believe that whatever's meant to be will be, this will help, again, shift your mindset out of tunnel vision, out of being down in the dumps into seeing a broader perspective. So number 5, this is a really big one. This is practicing positive self-talk. There is a Bible verse that talks about this, but I know too that I think positive affirmations have gotten a big following over the past few years or whatnot, because they can be so helpful in shifting the mentality. So I know that a lot of mental health counselors and therapists, and again, pitch in if you are a mental health counselor or therapist, I know that a lot of them do say that self-talk becomes your reality. So just being careful of what you're feeding your mind and what you're telling yourself. Just in general, what you're speaking in your mind to yourself becomes reality, and it becomes how you think about yourself. So practice positive self-talk. Number 6, this is another big one that I feel like a lot of people fall into. I personally do fall into this, and if anyone asks Angelo, my husband, he will tell you that this was one of my shortcomings, that I always fall into the all or nothing mentality. So this tip is to avoid the all or nothing mentality. Situations and circumstances do not have to be all in or all out. You can be somewhere in the middle. Like, again, if something doesn't go your way, it's not doomsday. Or for example, if let's say you're on a diet and you eat a piece of chocolate or you eat a piece of cake, it's not the end of the world. Your diet doesn't have to stop. You just, again, mentally check yourself, check your thoughts. Where are you at? Take a deep breath. Hey, it's okay. I'm thankful for my body. My body can process food well. I'm thankful for my mouth. It can chew. And then you just take it from there. Hey, we're going to continue where we left off. It's okay if we had a little bit of a setback. So again, just because something shifts or something changes that you didn't expect, it doesn't have to be thrown into the dumps or thrown away or just having to start from scratch all over. So one way to avoid this is to go into a situation with curiosity. Be curious about the situation and have a growth-centered mindset. Know that there's always an opportunity to grow from every situation and circumstance. Number 7 is challenge unhelpful thoughts. Again, we can't always control these harmful or negative thoughts from coming in, but we can control what we do with them. So challenge them. Check to see, why are they coming in there? Where is it coming from? Why am I thinking like this? Where did this thought come from? And then with that, replace it with a different thought, something that's more helpful. And this really does take time because our brains are wired to think a certain way, to go down specific paths. And it's like, imagine in your brain that there's a road already paved out. That's the way that your brain has thought your whole life, and now you're trying to make it go off-road. You're trying to make it create a new connection, a new path. It's gonna be bumpy. It's gonna be very tempting to go back to straight road that you are so used to driving on. But the more and more you drive on this gravel and bumpy road, the more it will become familiar, the smoother it will become, to eventually go down this different mental shift without having to work too hard. So again, your brain is gonna make those new connections, those new neural pathways over time. That's gonna make it second nature to go down this side road. Number 8, remembering that your brain is a muscle. So just the same way that you would exercise your biceps or your triceps or your legs or your glutes or whatnot, the same way, these are the way that you exercise your brain. So I'm gonna talk about brain exercises next, but again, just remembering that your brain is flexible. It can stretch, it can expand, it can get stronger. So don't ever feel like you're stuck and there's no way out. So now number 9, some brain exercises. So these are fun. So one brain exercise is switching up your environment. So for example, if I'm always used to doing work here, switch it up, go to a cafe, I can go to a different room, just switch up the environment, switch up the scenery to just help your brain switch up the scene that it's used to. Another brain exercise is learning something new. Learn a new language, learn a new instrument, learn a new sport, or learn a new recipe. And again, another brain exercise is to be spontaneous and to maybe change up your day. Maybe take a left turn or a new right turn on your way to work. Give yourself some extra time, but just take a new way to work so that your brain has to work a little bit in figuring out where you're going. Or try a new fitness class, or even just reorient your day. Maybe do something in the morning that you were used to doing at night or doing at night. Just switching things up just to get yourself out of the rut and routine. And number 10 is you are seeking to grow in your mental flexibility. Get support from your community. Get support from health professionals. Get support from family and friends. Surround yourself with people that are also pushing and striving to grow their brains and to stretch and to strengthen their brains. Community is so huge because the saying, you are who your friends are, you're going to end up being like those who you're surrounded with. So be with those go-getters, be with those overachievers. It's going to help you be a better person too. All right, you guys. Again, I'm not a mental health therapist or counselor or social worker or any of that, but I hope these tips were helpful. Let me know what you thought of them. Please comment below if you've tried any of them, if you recommend any other ones. Especially shout out to my OT friends. You could probably comment a bunch of others that I probably missed or I didn't talk about. As always, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. Share this with a friend who might be interested in learning more about this topic as well. Thank you again for watching, you guys. Be well, have joy, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.